Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. In part 2, we'll look at savory crumbles, healthy variations, and ideas to get creative with flavors and ingredients. Achieving the perfect texture. The topping should be crumbly but cohesive, shaggy pieces that hold together just enough without turning into a solid slab. Here's how to get it right. Butter to flour ratio. Use 1 part cold butter to 2 parts flour, by weight. Too much butter, and it'll melt into a greasy layer. Too little, and it'll taste dry. Keep everything cold, chill the butter and bowl before mixing. Rubbing cold butter into the flour creates flaky pockets instead of a doughy paste. Mix by hand. A fork or your fingers work better than a food processor. Stop when the mixture looks like rough breadcrumbs, with some pea-sized bits left. Add crunch, optional. A handful of rolled oats or chopped nuts gives extra texture without compromising the crumble's lightness. Common mistake, overmixing. If the topping starts to look like cookie dough, you've gone too far. It should clump lightly when squeezed but still break apart easily. Serving and pairing suggestions. A perfect crumble isn't just about the bake, it's about what happens next. Serve it warm with the right accompaniments, and it becomes more than dessert, it's an experience. Whether you're topping it with melting ice cream or pairing it with a bold coffee, these suggestions will make every bite memorable. Best beverage pairings. The right drink can highlight the flavors in your crumble, balancing sweetness or adding a contrasting note. Here's what works best. Tea. A robust black tea like Earl Grey complements fruit crumbles, especially apple or berry. The bergamot adds a floral touch that cuts through richness. For peach or rhubarb crumbles, try herbal teas like chamomile, light and soothing. Coffee. Dark roast coffee holds its own against buttery toppings. The bitterness contrasts beautifully with sweet fillings like caramelized pear or spiced plum. For a twist, serve with a shot of espresso over vanilla ice cream alongside your crumble. Dessert wines. A glass of late-harvest Riesling or Moscato enhances fruit-forward crumbles without overpowering them. For deeper flavors like fig or date fillings, opt for tawny port. Its nutty sweetness is a perfect match. Bonus tip. Chilled sparkling wine or hard cider adds a refreshing fizz, especially with summer fruit crumbles. Serving accompaniments. The perfect crumble topping deserves the perfect partner. These additions add creaminess, contrast, or extra texture to each bite. Vanilla ice cream, the classic choice. The cold cream melts into warm crumble, blending with the filling for a mix of temperatures and textures. Swap in cinnamon or caramel ice cream for a flavor boost. Custard, rich and velvety, pouring custard over a crumble turns it into a luxurious treat. Opt for store-bought or make your own with a splash of bourbon for depth. Whipped cream, light and airy, it lets the crumble shine while adding a slight sweetness. Infuse it with citrus zest or a dash of cardamom for extra flair. Yogurt, for a lighter finish, Greek yogurt balances sweetness with tang. Drizzle honey over the top or mix in a spoonful of lemon curd for brightness. For savory crumbles, try serving with a dollop of creme fraiche or a side of garlic-infused sour cream. The creaminess softens hearty vegetable or meat fillings. Healthier alternatives to traditional crumble. Crumbles don't have to be indulgent to be delicious. With a few smart swaps, you can lighten up the classic recipe without losing flavor or texture. Whether you're cutting sugar, avoiding gluten, or adding nutrient-packed ingredients, these tweaks keep comfort food wholesome. Gluten-free and vegan options. Dietary restrictions don't mean skipping crumble. Simple substitutions work seamlessly, letting everyone enjoy that crispy topping and tender filling. Flour alternatives. Almond flour, rich in protein and healthy fats, it adds a nutty depth. Mix it with tapioca flour to prevent a gritty texture. Oat flour. Blend rolled oats into a fine powder for a fiber-rich base. Ensure they're certified gluten-free if needed. Coconut flour absorbs more moisture, so use half the amount of regular flour and add an extra egg or flaxseed gel for vegan versions to bind it. Butter swaps. Coconut oil, solid when chilled, it mimics butter's crumbly texture. Refrigerate the mixture before baking for best results. Vegan butter. Brands like Earth Balance work identically to dairy butter in recipes. Applesauce or mashed banana, these reduce fat while adding natural sweetness. Use them sparingly to avoid a cakey texture. Sweetener adjustments. Maple syrup or agave. Replace half the sugar with liquid sweeteners for a deeper flavor. Reduce other liquids in the filling slightly. Dates or date syrup. Blend pitted dates into the filling for fiber and caramel-like richness. Filling boosts. Chia seeds. Toss them with fruit to thicken juices naturally. They add omega-3s without altering taste. Quinoa flakes. Mixed into the topping, they provide extra protein and a pleasant crunch. Pro tip: for a vegan crumble, skip eggs and binders. A tablespoon of ground flaxseed mixed with water, let it sit for 5 minutes, works just as well. By starting with these swaps, you can adapt almost any crumble recipe to fit dietary needs. The result? A dessert that feels indulgent but fuels your body right. Crumble is more than a dessert, it's a blank canvas. Whether you stick to classic apple or venture into savory territory, the formula stays simple: crisp topping, tender filling, and endless room for creativity. Try swapping fruits, spices, or even the flour in your next batch. Forgot the butter? Use coconut oil. Prefer less sugar? Lean on ripe fruit's natural sweetness. The best crumbles come from experimenting, not strict rules. Grab a bowl, mix your favorite ingredients, and bake something unexpectedly delicious. Your kitchen, your crumble. What will you try first? Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.